What's good, YouTube fam? It's your favorite girl, Jay Baes, coming back to you with yet another podcast reaction. If you have not read the title, then I'll let you know I'm going to be reacting to Joe Rogan and Bill Burr once again. In today's reaction, I'm going to be viewing the video on gender differences, or in all, society does not dictate gender differences. Now we're gonna jump right into the video, but before I hit play, just make sure you smash that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and also make sure you are following me on Instagram at JShar with an H at the end. Now let's get into the video.
You walk off stage and get on that fucking thing?
You feel like a king.
You got a driver? What do you give a fuck? You don't give a fuck about anything. I could be on the road forever in that.
Just making eggs on that little stovetop.
No,
Whoa.
you're in there drinking. You're doing what you want. You're watching Goodfellas or fucking Anchorman.
That is pretty beautiful. It's so well. It's an experience too. You're riding in that thing. That's a retro experience.
Right.
It's not just a truck.
Yeah, that thing. My wife nixed it. She's like, where are you gonna put it? Whatever. I go, the fucking driver will keep it. I don't need it. She was right. My wife's always right. Not always, but mostly.
Women don't like when you collect shit. Like, where are you gonna put that?
Throw it away,
They
yeah.
don't like that.
I am not a
Too many
hoarder.
things.
No,
That's
I know.
half the reason why I got this place. Collect shit here.
Oh, yeah.
We can say nothing. This spot, woman says nothing.
No, but then it becomes, you spend more time down there than you do up here.
I don't though. I got it nailed. I figured it out. Get up early.
You're being such a jerk. That's why they don't have a point. I don't. I can actually refute your point or whatever.
It's so universal too. All women have that response, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. Stay away of the highway.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, imagine being them and watching you. Imagine being a woman, taking care of your children. You know, you give birth, you get this little tiny infant, and then financially you're relying on this fucking maniac who's out there flying helicopters and fixing cars and playing drums all day. It's like, what are you... As long as the money keeps coming in, they can't say anything, but they're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. At the end of the day, you married an 8-year-old.
You want to marry a comedian? Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, you're lucky we're not drug addicts.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I gotta work on myself, man. I gotta fucking, I am a difficult person to live with, evidently. I didn't realize it, but like I'm now looking at it honestly, stepping back and looking. I go, yeah, I can see that. I can fucking see that.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I'm definitely difficult.
Well, if you don't think about it, they'll remind you about it.
Yeah. But I mean, I would just imagine relying
Definitely
on
will.
me. I mean, I'm reliable. Like,
But-
I'm not.
I want to be like, look,
irresponsible.
if you could have married the me that worked in a fucking warehouse, and I would have been the same thing, you know, and we would be in a fucking studio apartment.
Here's the deal, though. They wouldn't have married you.
Huh?
They would have found someone better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. If you were just fucking off, never got your shit together.
No, you know what it is about women too is their ability to move on.
Yeah. Woo.
Like I've always said, like if I ever fucking died, how quickly all my clothes would be down at the Goodwill, you know? And she'd just be like, you know, sell the house. Let's just burn some sage.
Yeah.
That was interesting. All right.
Well.
Next up to the plate.
All my discussions with biologists and people who study, like, what's Gad Sad's, what is his discipline? Behavioral psychology. But he studies, you know,
His
motivation.
name is Gad Sad. Is that
Yes.
his last name? That's his full name.
S-A-A-D. G-A-D, that's his first name, Gad. S-A-A-D
Don't start, Bill.
is his last name.
Do not start.
Does it
Hilarious.
rhyme? Does it also rhyme?
Lebanese-Canadian evolutionary behavioral scientist. Brilliant guy. He was on
So
the
in
podcast
Lebanon,
yesterday.
does his name still rhyme?
It's a good question.
Is there anywhere he can
Gad
go where
Sad?
it's, no, my name's Gad Sad?
No. He calls himself the Gadfather. He's a great guy.
Oh, so he just steered into it.
He's a great guy.
I can imagine when he was 13.
But brilliant when he's talking about
Why would you name me Gad, Mom?
Gad, Sad. I don't think sad means the same thing over there. You know? Different language.
At the end of the day, it rhymes. There's no country you can be on. You could be on that fucking little island where they shot that guy with the arrows, and they're going to make fun of you. They'll probably kick you off the island.
Bill, get to
You
the
can't name your kid-
point.
like some of these celebrities, some of the fucking names they name their kids, it's just like, don't you remember school? You don't remember how fucking mean kids were? Why are you giving painting a fucking? I get it. You're creative. Have a meditation room. Fucking don't do that with the name.
Yeah. Give him a nice Bill name. William.
Bill.
This is Folding Chair Johnson.
People need to express themselves. Do it through the naming of their
Chair
children.
My
Johnson.
other favorite thing that what they do is when they put their political agenda on them. Like the kid doesn't even have a fucking chance. Like this whole thing, like gender roles.
Babies.
By the way, that my little experience being a dad, going to kid birthday parties, those kids are not old enough for that behavior to be learned. Dude, the kids come, the boys show up, it is fucking Braveheart. They come over the fucking hill.
Yeah.
The girls are social. They're sitting there, they're taking things in. You know, kids, boys come in, they fucking... Dude, we were at one on Saturday, and there was this kid who's hilarious. He looked like a little Bobby Hurley. He was a point guard, right? And he was playing this game. He had like this ball, and he was using his like forearms as a bat. And he was hitting it, then he would catch it, and then he would throw it between his legs. And he was doing all this. This kid's hand-eye coordination was great for his age. So over in the corner where I was sitting with my daughter was these like little like sort of like cushions that someone had put together, like three-piece thing, and made it into like a little chair for so an old person like me could sit down. So I stood up because I was worried the ball was going to hit, so I was kind of guarding that. So he went over and grabbed the ball at one point, and just seeing the chair there, you know, all built like that, he just saw it and just kicked it and just destroyed it and then continued on. I was thinking like, why did he do that?
Right.
Because he's a boy.
He's a boy. Yeah, we like ruin shit.
Well, you got a lot of energy. Little kids like need something to do that's physical. Their little bodies have their little batteries overflowing with energy. You
I'm
gotta
just
give them
saying
stuff to do.
that their shit was all about like grabbing,
Destroying.
throwing, breaking.
Yeah.
Right.
Breaking.
Yeah, do you remember being a kid?
Yeah.
Everybody did that.
So
it's normal.
this whole thing of like well, women aren't aggressive like that because, you know,
Society
of
standards.
Yeah, I think they're aggressive in like, I think that they literally from like just survival shit, they're looking at like, all right, that's what I have to compete with. And you see them looking at the boys who appear to be dominating. And what they are is they're actually showing all of their cards. And the little girls are already taking it in, breaking them down, knowing, well, I can't get physical with this person. I can't like dominate this person physically. This is definitely... And they just immediately start going like, that's why they're fucking smarter than we are, I think. No?
Yeah.
Did I lose you somewhere in that?
I don't necessarily think they're smarter. I think what's going on is that men we have different DNA, and the genes are aggressive. And men
Whatever.
are supposed to be doing reckless shit.
Right.
That's
I'm just saying it's
how
not.
you
It's
survive.
not. Society didn't sit down
it's
and
not.
they didn't watch 3 cereal commercials and then be like, oh, I need to be fucking this. I just think that's just some bullshit that adults came up with, and
It's not just adults. It's almost always women. It's women that think that there's something wrong with the way men are raising their sons. They think there's something that, like, this idea of these men raising these kids and these kids being aggressive is because of the way they've been coached. That's not true. That's just a part of being a boy. There's a
But why do you have to kick
studies
shit
that people
down?
wanted to actually look at the
Like-
science. And if you leave boys alone with toys and girls alone with toys, boys will gravitate towards trucks and fucking, you know, things that they can hit and smash, and girls sit down there with little teacups and they play with dolls. It's natural. It's just 100% natural.
yeah.
There was a documentary on They Bees. Well, you know what? They Bees are gender neutral. They're raising their kids gender neutral, so they don't call them a boy or a girl.
And my thing with that is there's no way you're not saying to your son, you're sure you don't want to wear the dress? And then the kid wants to fucking wants the parents' approval. Yeah, I didn't want that football. I guess I wanted the dress. And it's just like I said, you know, my kid's barely 2, so what the fuck do I know? I'm just saying my limited experience at kids' birthday parties is it's not even how it was ever even questioned that like they're too young.
Yeah.
They're fucking year and a half, 2 years old. Like you're telling me that society has already they have.
That's true. Oh, that was it? I wanted to hear the rest. Why is that clip just cut off like that? That's dumb. But I was definitely into it. I kind of agree what Bill was saying when he's saying they're too young to be worried about, you know, societal pressures and how they should act and how they should feel and what gender they should assimilate to. Some people, adults in general, take some shit way too seriously. I get and I respect everyone. Let me just start there and say I respect everyone for their beliefs and everything, but I just feel like, especially now, shit is getting out of hand. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there because it's like I always want to speak on topics, but at the end of the day, I really don't care. I was thinking about this other day because my friend was like, why don't you speak more on certain topics, or why don't you have a podcast? At first I was kind of ashamed, like, why don't I speak about this? Why don't I have a certain viewpoint on it? But I'm a person who I generally don't give a fuck what anyone else is doing. Yeah, like I said before, I respect you. Sometimes I could be like, okay, you're doing too much. But at the end of the day, I have my own life to live. I have bigger fish to fry, and yeah, I don't care. Do what you want to do with your kids. Do what you want to do with your life. If that's how you want to live, so be it. And that's just how I feel, honestly. That's your business and my business is my business. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this reaction, please be sure to give me a beautiful thumbs up. Make sure you smash that subscribe button so you can become a Jay Baes immediately. We are on the road to 50K. Make sure you tap that notification bell as well. Stay updated with all of my latest and greatest reaction videos, and be sure to follow me on Instagram at JShar with an H at the end. I love you. You love yourself 10 times more. Have a beautiful day or night in this amazing world. Ciao.